In 1347, the Siege of Kaffa, a Genoese port city on the Black Sea, marked a pivotal moment in history. As the Mongol army laid siege, an unexpected and deadly weapon emerged, the bubonic plague. Struck by the disease, the besieging forces reportedly catapulted infected corpses over the city walls, an early example of biological warfare. Unable to withstand the onslaught and disease, Kaffa's desperate citizens fled, unknowingly carrying the plague with them. Their escape marked the beginning of a catastrophic journey as the disease spread along trade routes, reaching Europe and igniting what would become known as the Black Death. Within a few years, this pandemic decimated populations, reshaped societies, and left a lasting impact on Europe's future. A true testament to how warfare can intertwine with disease, altering the course of history. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In the year 1000, a remarkable event took place. Norse explorers landed on the shores of North America, centuries before Columbus. Led by Leif Erikson, they reached a place they called Vinland, which is believed to include parts of modern-day Newfoundland. This journey highlighted the Vikings' incredible seafaring skills and their drive to explore new territories. Archaeological discoveries, particularly the site at Lonsau Meadows in Newfoundland, have confirmed Norse presence in North America. However, it's debated whether this specific site was Vinland or part of a broader area known by that name. Regardless, the discovery of this settlement confirms that the Vikings reached North America. The Norse sagas, the Saga of the Greenlanders and the Saga of Eric the Red, tell of these voyages, intertwining history with myth. These texts mention encounters with indigenous peoples, whom they referred to as Skraelings. Although evidence of sustained interaction or trade remains limited, these early contacts are a fascinating part of the story. This brief Norse presence challenges the traditional narrative that Columbus was the first European to reach the Americas. The Vikings' story of adventure and discovery serves as an early chapter in the history of exploration, reminding us of the curiosity and resilience that drove these voyages. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Picture this: the summer of 1858, and London is engulfed in a foul odor so intense it disrupts daily life. This was the Great Stink, a crisis triggered by the accumulation of human waste and industrial discharge in the River Thames. With temperatures soaring, the stench became unbearable, prompting panic among citizens and officials alike. Parliament was forced to adjourn due to the smell infiltrating the building. This public health disaster led to significant reforms in the city's sanitation systems, ultimately resulting in the construction of a modern sewer system designed by engineer Joseph Bazalgette. The Great Stink not only changed London's infrastructure, but also marked a pivotal moment in public health awareness. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Did you know the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair featured some remarkably unusual events? This grand exposition not only celebrated American culture, but also introduced people to bizarre competitions. Among the highlights was the first ever Olympic marathon held in the US, but the fair also hosted oddities like tug-of-war contests and live wrestling matches. Exhibitions included Native American games, showcasing the cultural heritage of various tribes. Attendees watched as competitors engaged in unique activities like greased pole climbing and potato sack races. These events symbolized a blend of serious athletic pursuit and playful festivities, leaving a lasting impression on American recreational culture. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. On the night of August 24th, 1572, a tragedy unfolded in Paris that would reverberate through history. The St. Bartholomew's Day massacre began as tensions between Catholics and Huguenots exploded into violence. Following the wedding of a Protestant leader to a Catholic princess, the atmosphere was charged. Fearing a coup against their power, the Catholic monarchy initiated a brutal purge. Over the next few days, thousands of Huguenots were slaughtered in the streets, with estimates ranging from 5,000 to 30,000 fatalities. This horrific event deepened the religious divide in France, sparking a series of conflicts known as the French Wars of Religion, leading to enduring animosities that shaped the nation. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In the pivotal year of 1066, England faced a severe drought that dramatically altered its agricultural landscape. This unprecedented dry spell devastated crops, leading to widespread food shortages. Farmers, struggling with failing harvests, were forced to adapt their practices. Many turned to more resilient grains and improved irrigation techniques, laying the groundwork for future agricultural innovations. The drought's impacts rippled through society, intensifying class struggles and altering land ownership patterns. As the Norman conquest unfolded, the resulting economic shifts would shape England's future. This lesser-known event highlights how climate can force societies to evolve and adapt. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In July 1518, the residents of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire, were struck by an inexplicable phenomenon known as the dance plague. It began with one woman, Frau Trophea, who began dancing fervently in the streets. Within days, dozens more joined her, unable to stop. This bizarre episode lasted weeks, with reports of people dancing until they collapsed or even died from exhaustion. Authorities were baffled, suggesting it was caused by a fever or mass hysteria. Theories abound, from ergot poisoning to psychological contagion. This strange event serves as a reminder of the often unexplained and darker sides of human behavior, leaving historians puzzled even today. On October 30th, 1938, Orson Welles and his Mercury Theater troupe aired a radio adaptation of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. The broadcast was so realistic, featuring news bulletins about a Martian invasion, that it sent shockwaves across America. Many listeners, unaware it was a dramatization, believed the country was under attack. Panic ensued, with people fleeing their homes and calling the police. The fallout was immense, sparking debates over media responsibility and the power of broadcast journalism. Wells, despite the chaos, became a household name. This event marked a pivotal moment in the history of radio, blending entertainment and reality in unprecedented ways. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In 897 AD, Rome witnessed a peculiar event known as the Cadaver Synod. Pope Stephen VI ordered the exhumation of Pope Formosus' body, dressing it in papal vestments and placing it on trial. This bizarre posthumous prosecution stemmed from political rivalry and accusations against Formosus, including that he had acceded to the papacy illegally. Formosus was accused of perjury and violating church laws. A deacon was appointed to speak on his behalf, but the outcome was predetermined. The corpse was found guilty, stripped of its papal garments, and thrown into the Tiber River. This event highlighted the chaotic nature of 9th century Rome, where power struggles often eclipsed reason and decorum. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In the early 13th century, a fierce struggle unfolded in southern France, known as the Albigensian Crusade. Sparked by the rise of the Cathar movement, a Christian sect challenging Catholic orthodoxy, Pope Innocent III launched a campaign to eradicate what he perceived as heresy. The conflict raged from 1209 to 1229, marked by brutal sieges and massacres. Notable events included the Siege of Béziers, where thousands were killed, including innocents. The crusade led to the establishment of the Inquisition, a tool for the church to root out dissent. The aftermath reshaped the political landscape, transferring lands to the French crown and diminishing the power of the local nobility, forever altering the region's history. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In the 12th century, an extraordinary event unfolded in Woolpit, England. Two peculiar children, a boy and a girl, were discovered emerging from a wolf pit. Their skin was a greenish hue, and they spoke an unknown language. The villagers took them in, offering food, but the children refused all except raw broad beans. Gradually, their skin lost its green tint, and they learned English, revealing a strange tale. They claimed to hail from a land called St. Martin's Land, where everything was green and sunlight never graced their world. The boy eventually fell ill and died, while the girl adapted to her new life, marrying an Englishman. The origins and truth behind their story remain a tantalizing mystery. In the early 1450s, Johannes Gutenberg unveiled an invention that would alter the course of history: the printing press with movable type. This device revolutionized book production, making literature accessible to a far wider audience for the first time. Before this, books were painstakingly copied by hand or produced using slower block printing methods, making them a luxury only the wealthy could afford. Gutenberg's movable type press allowed for quicker, cheaper printing, leading to a surge in literacy and the spread of new ideas across Europe. The printing press played a crucial role in fueling the Reformation, scientific advancements, and the Renaissance, sparking a cultural transformation that laid the foundations for the modern world. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Imagine a bustling ancient city, filled with trade, religion, and grandeur, now lying beneath the waves. Heracleion, once a thriving port city of ancient civilization, was rediscovered in 2000 off the coast of Egypt. Known for its massive temples and vibrant marketplace, it served as a gateway between the Mediterranean and the Nile Delta. Underwater archaeologists uncovered stunning artifacts like gold coins, intricately carved statues, and inscriptions revealing its history as a trading hub. The city sank due to natural disasters and changing sea levels, obscuring its legacy until now, offering us a rare glimpse into a lost world and the complexities of ancient maritime life. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In the 1st century AD, a Roman legion mysteriously vanished in the Caucasus Mountains, leaving behind a trail of intrigue and speculation. This event, known as the disappearance of the 9th Legion, has puzzled historians for centuries. The legion was stationed in the region to secure Roman borders, but faced fierce resistance from local tribes. Accounts suggest they may have been ambushed, leading to a bloody confrontation. Others speculate that the legionnaires assimilated into local cultures. Over time, legends arose, weaving tales of a lost army that vanished without a trace. The fate of these soldiers remains one of history's enduring mysteries. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In 1903, Emmeline Pankhurst founded the Women's Social and Political Union, or WSPU, to fight for women's suffrage in the UK. Known for its bold militant approach, the WSPU used powerful tactics like protests, hunger strikes, and civil disobedience. Their slogan, PU, continues to inspire movements for women's rights and equality around the world. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the stories that shape our world, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching. Picture a bustling conduit stretching over 4,000 miles, connecting east and west. This was the Silk Road. Established during the Han Dynasty, around the 2nd century BCE, it facilitated the exchange of silk, spices, and ideas. Merchants braved treacherous terrains, from arid deserts to lofty mountains, fostering cultural interactions among diverse civilizations. The Silk Road led to the spread of not just goods, but also religions like Buddhism and technological advancements such as papermaking. It enabled the mingling of cultures, influencing art, fashion, and cuisine. The rise of this network marked a significant turning point, shaping the world in ways still felt today. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In the 17th century, the Netherlands was captivated by a peculiar obsession: tulip bulbs. This fascination turned into a speculative frenzy known as tulip mania. At its height, a single bulb could fetch the price of a house. The desire for rare varieties fueled an extravagant market where contracts for future bulb delivery surged in value, leading many to gamble their savings. As prices soared, more people entered the market, hoping to cash in. However, by 1637, This tulip bubble burst dramatically, leaving countless investors in financial ruin. The event is often cited as one of the first examples of a speculative bubble, teaching lessons on market psychology and human greed that echo through history. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In March 1918, the USS Cyclops, a Navy cargo ship, vanished without a trace while sailing from Barbados to Baltimore. The ship was carrying over 300 men and a cargo of manganese ore, crucial for steel production during World War I. Despite being a sturdy vessel, it never reached its destination, prompting one of the largest maritime investigations at the time. Theories abound, including storms, piracy, and even the Bermuda Triangle, but no definitive evidence has emerged. The mystery deepens as there were no distress signals or wreckage found. The Cyclops remains a haunting chapter in naval history, symbolizing the countless stories lost to the sea. Subscribe for more intriguing histories. Have you ever heard of Cahokia, a monumental city that thrived over 1,000 years ago? Located near modern-day St. Louis, Cahokia was once home to tens of thousands of people. It featured massive earthen mounds and an intricate society with complex trade networks. The largest mound, Monk's Mound, stands as a testament to their impressive engineering skills. Cahokia flourished from around 600 to 1400 AD, showcasing advanced agriculture and urban planning. However, its decline remains shrouded in mystery. Factors like climate change, depletion of resources, or conflict may have contributed. Discovering Cahokia offers invaluable insights into pre-Columbian North America. Subscribe for more fascinating stories. In the early 19th century, a group of skilled artisans in England known as the Luddites launched a campaign against the Industrial Revolution's impact on their trades. Their uprising began around 1811, driven by fear that machines would replace their craftsmanship and ruin their livelihoods. Armed with wooden hammers, they protested by destroying mechanized looms that symbolized their plight. The movement grew, signaling widespread distress among workers facing exploitation and layoffs. The British government responded harshly, deploying troops and implementing severe laws to suppress the movement. Despite their efforts, the Luddites remain a symbol of resistance to unchecked technological advancement. Subscribe for more intriguing history. In May 1968, the USS Scorpion, a nuclear-powered submarine, vanished in the Atlantic Ocean, sparking intrigue and speculation. After a thorough search, wreckage was discovered a mile deep, revealing no clear cause for its fate. With 99 crew members aboard, the mystery deepened when conflicting theories emerged: mechanical failure, enemy action, or even sabotage. The official report cited a possible electrical malfunction, yet conspiracy theories flourished, suggesting the submarine may have been involved in secret missions. The Scorpion's disappearance remains one of the U.S. Navy's greatest enigmas, captivating historians and enthusiasts alike. Subscribe for more compelling historical tales. On the vast, windswept steppes of Kazakhstan lie the Turgun geoglyphs, mysterious patterns carved into the earth that span miles. Discovered through satellite imagery in 2007, these enigmatic formations include squares, circles, and crosses, with some designs over 8,000 years old. Their creators remain unknown, but theories abound. Were they ceremonial grounds, ancient markers for celestial alignments, or perhaps signals for early trade routes? Despite advanced technology, the true purpose of these geoglyphs remains a puzzle, tantalizing archaeologists and historians. What we do know is that these ancient markings reflect an advanced understanding of geometry and an enduring connection to the land. As we peer into the past, the Turgun geoglyphs remind us of how much we have yet to uncover. Subscribe for more fascinating journeys into the mysteries of our world. Who was the fierce warrior queen that once challenged the might of Rome? Meet Zenobia of Palmyra, a remarkable leader who seized control in the 3rd century. After her husband's death, she took command, expanding her empire across the eastern territories. Zenobia allied with various kingdoms and even declared her son emperor, defying Roman authority. Her bold campaigns saw victories against Roman legions, earning her the title of a formidable opponent. However, her ambitions led to confrontation with Emperor Aurelian. In 273 AD, her forces were defeated and Zenobia was captured. She became a symbol of resistance, and her story remains an inspiring tale of defiance and strength. Subscribe for more fascinating history. On December 6, 1917, Halifax, Canada, was rocked by the largest man-made explosion prior to the atomic bomb. The SS Mont Blanc, a French cargo ship laden with high explosives, caught fire in the harbor. Within seconds, a massive explosion obliterated the ship and devastated the surrounding area. The blast killed nearly 2,000 people and injured over 9,000 others, leveling entire neighborhoods. Buildings were flattened, and a shockwave shattered windows up to 50 miles away. The disaster prompted a massive relief effort, with aid pouring in from cities across North America. The Halifax explosion remains a poignant reminder of the destructive power of war and has shaped the city's history forever. Subscribe for more fascinating stories. In a dramatic clash on May 22, 1856, Charles Sumner, a vocal abolitionist senator, was brutally attacked on the Senate floor. His speech, condemning pro-slavery violence in Kansas, ignited fury. Preston Brooks, a congressman from South Carolina, took offense and confronted Sumner. In a shocking display, Brooks struck Sumner repeatedly with a cane, leaving him severely injured. This brutal act highlighted the intense divisions within the nation. The caning sparked outrage in the North, where Sumner was seen as a martyr, while in the South, Brooks was hailed as a hero. This incident foreshadowed the escalating tensions that would lead to a national crisis. Don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating history. On October 17, 1814, a bizarre disaster struck London as a massive beer flood swept through the streets. At the Moo & Company Brewery, a giant vat containing over 3,500 barrels of porter ruptured, leading to a catastrophic chain reaction. The explosion released a torrent of beer that flooded surrounding areas, destroying homes and causing immense chaos. The flood resulted in the deaths of 8 people, while others were caught in the sudden wave of alcohol. Local residents initially celebrated, rushing to fill their containers with free beer, but the tragedy soon became apparent. This unusual event highlights the unpredictable nature of industrial advancements in the early 19th century. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. In the 1980s, Estonia experienced a remarkable movement known as the Singing Revolution. As Soviet control tightened, Estonians turned to their cultural heritage, especially song, as a means of nonviolent resistance. It began with mass singing events, where thousands gathered to sing national anthems and folk songs, igniting a powerful sense of unity and identity. These gatherings transformed into political demonstrations, culminating in the Baltic Way in 1989, where 2 million people joined hands across the Baltic states in a human chain. This peaceful protest effectively showcased their desire for independence, leading to Estonia's declaration of sovereignty in 1990. The Singing Revolution remains a profound testament to the power of music and community in the fight for freedom. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Did you know about the secretive Rosicrucians? Emerging in the early 17th century, they were a mystical group that combined esoteric knowledge, science, and philosophy. Their manifestos, particularly the Fama Fraternitatis, claimed to possess ancient wisdom that could heal society. This society influenced thinkers like Descartes and Newton, intertwining alchemy with emerging scientific thought. Their symbols, such as the rose and cross, represented enlightenment and rebirth. The Rosicrucians sparked a wave of philosophical inquiry, leading to modern esoteric movements. Their legacy remains a captivating blend of mysticism and intellectual pursuit. Subscribe for more intriguing stories like this one. Did you know about the remarkable women who influenced the Renaissance, yet remain largely forgotten? While artists like Michelangelo and Da Vinci dominated history, women like Sofonisba Anguissola and Artemisia Gentileschi broke through barriers. Sofonisba was a pioneering portrait painter whose works garnered royal admiration, while Artemisia, a bold figure in Baroque art, challenged societal norms through powerful depictions of women. Their artistry and resilience paved the way for future generations, influencing not only art, but also the evolving role of women in society. These hidden heroines deserve recognition. Subscribe for more fascinating stories on history's unsung figures. Did you know about the lost art of Renaissance perfume? During the 15th and 16th centuries, perfume was a symbol of status among the elite in Europe. Artisans blended essential oils, spices, and herbs into exquisite fragrances, often using rare ingredients like ambergris and musk. The Medici family in Florence were significant patrons, commissioning unique scents for their courts. Perfume not only masked unpleasant odors, but also played a vital role in social and political rituals. However, as the Industrial Revolution unfolded, traditional methods faded. Today, there is a resurgence in interest, with artisans seeking to revive these historic techniques. Subscribe for more intriguing histories. Did you know about the thrilling art of jousting during the Renaissance? This spectacular event was not just a contest of strength, but a display of skill and chivalry. Originating in the 12th century, jousting became a hallmark of noble culture. Knights donned elaborate armor and charged at each other with lances, aiming for glory and honor. Tournaments were grand affairs, drawing large crowds who cheered for their champions. These events symbolized not only martial prowess, but also the ideals of chivalry, bravery, honor, and respect. The joust was a celebration of the knightly spirit, leaving behind a legacy that continues to capture our imagination today. Subscribe for more fascinating stories. Did you know about the mysterious and chilling origins of the word abracadabra? While today it's used by magicians to dazzle audiences, its past is far darker and steeped in ancient superstition. The word first appeared in the 2nd century CE, when a Roman physician, Quintus Serenus Simonicus, prescribed it as a magical cure for illness. Patients were told to inscribe the word in a triangular pattern, removing one letter at a time until only a single A remained. This was no mere charm. It was believed to trap and banish malevolent forces. Some say abracadabra comes from the Aramaic phrase avracadabra, meaning I create as I speak. Others trace it to abraxas, a term linked to ancient demons and forbidden knowledge. Still, whispers persist that it invokes sacred Hebrew names, summoning forces beyond human control. But what if this word wasn't meant to heal at all? What if its true purpose was to summon or bind entities from the shadows? A word feared for its ability to open doors to the unknown. The next time you hear abracadabra, ask yourself, what ancient power might be lurking behind it? If you're fascinated by stories like this, make sure to subscribe and join us as we dive into more chilling mysteries and forgotten lore. Have you ever wondered about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon? Often listed as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, these lush terraces were said to be a gift from King Nebuchadnezzar II to his wife, Amytis. Descriptions claim they featured a remarkable array of trees and plants, cascading down in a breathtaking display. But here's the catch: no definitive archaeological evidence has been found. Some scholars even question if they existed in Babylon at all, proposing locations like Nineveh instead. This mystery persists, captivating historians and archaeologists alike, leaving us to ponder, did these gardens flourish in reality, or merely in the imagination of storytellers? Subscribe for more intriguing tales. In 1948, a man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Australia, spurring one of the country's most baffling mysteries, the Taman Shud case. With no identification, the only clues were a scrap of paper in his pocket reading Tamam Shud, Persian for ended. Investigators discovered a book of poetry hidden in a nearby car, containing a series of cryptic codes. Despite extensive investigations, the man's identity and the cause of death remain unsolved. Was he a spy, or did he perish from an unknown poison? Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. This unsolved case continues to intrigue amateur sleuths and historians alike. Subscribe for more mysteries. Have you ever heard of the Pyramids of Meroe? Nestled in modern-day Sudan, this site boasts over 200 ancient pyramids built by the Kingdom of Kush around 300 BC. Unlike their more famous Egyptian counterparts, These pyramids are smaller yet uniquely designed with steep angles and elaborate decorations. They served as royal tombs for Kushite kings and queens, reflecting a rich culture that thrived in the shadow of Egypt. The mystery deepens with their abandonment and the disappearance of the Kushites. What happened to this powerful civilization? The pyramids of Meroe remain a testament to a lost world. Intriguing scholars